I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
She's lost her effing mind. Wait, there's like three contenders. Either Frogan, um, Denims,
AC-tron.
or Casey Tron. There's only three options, and my money is on Casey Tron.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So it's been a minute since we've checked in on the Ethan Klein copyright infringement lawsuits, and I gotta tell you, the subjects of these lawsuits, Denims, Frogan, and Casey Tron, they're in shambles. They are not doing well. It's been a very tough week. We're gonna be looking at their most recent responses to what's going on with this lawsuit, and their reactions are equally hilarious. They're very unique from person to person, but they're all hilarious. We're going to see some reactions from Denims, where she's essentially starting to throw everyone around her under the bus to save herself. We're also going to see Frogan, who's quite literally on the run at this moment, seemingly trying to duck process being served and risking jail time in the process. But let's begin with a light-hearted...
I didn't know things are escalating that bad.
Wow, that's quick.
Part of me was still wondering if he actually will go through with the lawsuit. It looks like he is going through with the lawsuit, and it looks like it's finally dawned on those three people.
Yep. He went from Vape Nage to
Scourge
see you in court.
Earth. No, he went
Yes.
Scorch Earth. The second they involved his wife and his kids, all bets were off. And honestly,
No, that's valid.
I completely agree with him. The second someone involves your family into it, family, spouse, kids, all bets are off. Everything goes. Oh wow, she's a backstabber. I'm so shocked. Oh yeah. The Denims thing. She sold out all the Reddit people.
That's crazy work. I'm not surprised.
Side of this story, an update on Casey Tron. Casey Tron's had a very unique approach to everything going on here. Someone who's facing a copyright infringement lawsuit has tried everything, you know, calling everyone involved an incel. She'd probably call the judge an incel if she could. And then ironically, she's done a lot of streams where she's playing copyrighted music and television and flailing around while facing a copyright infringement lawsuit. Like there's zero self-awareness whatsoever.
She's literally like the mom who keeps on embarrassing her kids. Every time her kid has like a hangout with the classmates at home, the mom tries to join in because she thinks in her head she's a cool mom, but it's fucking weird. Denims will probably get out of the lawsuit, or at least settle for much less for giving up the names. We'll see. If I remember correctly, the person who Ethan hates the most out of all three of them would be Denims, though.
On top of that, today, just checking out what she's doing today, she started her stream by playing copyrighted television. I believe this is Wife Swap, one of the infamous God Warrior episodes, if you've ever seen that.
I'm sorry, but I enjoy my trash TV. I do love watching Wife Swap. I watched the German one. I watched the US one.
Wait.
I love watching Wife Swap. It's so bad.
She stopped smoking for a day.
Yeah, day one, weed sobriety.
Crazy.
Also, I don't believe that she probably woke up, hasn't smoked up that day yet, and called it day one.
But she's, again, just completely defying everything she should be doing when it involves copyright right now. But it appears it's also a day one of weed sobriety for her.
Yeah, because she probably cannot afford it anymore. Wife Swap, you said? Yeah, it's not what it sounds like. I need to start watching more trash TV so I can tell you guys about it on stream.
Mice, I'm with you, brother. I hate trash TV too. I don't even watch TV, bro.
I'm gonna start watching it again, and every single stream will start with a recap of new trash thing I've seen.
She might need the extra cash for the lawsuit, but you know what? Hey, whatever it is, her getting sober in this process, I guess that's a W for everyone. But as you can see, her GoFundMe is not doing too great. She's doing better than everyone else, but it's a long, long ways away. And she was kind of the dark horse in all of this, if you guys remember. About a month ago, she shot ahead of everyone else and their GoFundMes. She went all the way from like 20 to over 40,000 in the course of like 2 days. And I was like, wow, she might actually get this done. There's a chance. And then the wheels fell off. She's gotten only like maybe $2,000 in the past almost month. It's not looking too great for her legal defense fund. Now, what we're talking about today is her reaction to some of the realities of what's going on here. The wall's kind of creeping in on her, and she's resorting to witchcraft. Yes.
Oh my god, I've seen this. I've seen this. I watched Sensitive Society talk about it. She literally used like salt and said some gibberish with copyrighted music and put like a circle post effect about it. It's so weird. It's so psychotic.
She is resorting to witchcraft on TikTok to try to ward off Ethan Klein and his lawsuit. I am not joking. I had really had to check because you see the name CaseyTron69. The content is like parody worthy, and I had to check in her link tree here. This is her real TikTok account. Let's get a quick little taste of what her TikTok.
Wait, CaseyTron has also been streaming in more seductive clothes and showing them off. Yeah, which she probably shouldn't. Like, put them away, please.
Bro, stop.
What wine sold witches? That's just asking to be cursed by an actual witch. Pretty much, yeah.
Account is like before we watch the witchcraft. She's gonna perform.
I'm sorry, but like the second I see someone putting this as a link, give me money, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, we had an instance where we saw that. We're like, no,
Yeah.
that's bad.
Every single monetization option, every single existing monetization option where a streamer can monetize was monetized. Think of anything, and the answer is yes.
Form on Ethan Klein in this lawsuit.
I'm like a content creator on Twitch and I'm being sued by an
Casey owned a bar, but she...
So I was coming to Olive Garden to try to just get my mind off of things.
You said artichoke said?
Yes.
Who was that?
What? That's cringe, bro. Who cares?
Oh my god. Wait, is she trauma dumping in an Olive Garden and trying to flex at the same time in an Olive Garden?
I guess so.
Olive Garden is where you go when you're trying to hide who you're dating.
Damn.
Okay, I got that for you.
This is crazy. I'm being sued by Ethan Klein and now I'm here at the Olive Garden eating by
So crazy. Guys, she's so crazy. She's getting sued and she's here at the Olive Garden eating alone. Crazy.
myself. I don't know why I did this. I'll write it off at least.
What?
I changed my mind. Let's go to Olive Garden. Guys, you're coming with us.
Write it off. Write it off.
I need that tax deductible Olive Garden with the breadstick you can kill a man with. I'm here at the Olive Garden spending money when I should be saving it for my legal fees. Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
Next time she gets sued, she's going straight to Applebee.
Oh, business meeting. Write it off. I've been to Olive Garden once, and it was with Lifu.
Lufu?
Lifu.
Who the f is Lufu?
Me.
My evil twin. And the food in Olive Garden is so bad. Like, I had the tomato sauce pasta, and it tasted watered down. Like they literally watered it down with water. Wait, I love Olive Garden, but I haven't been sued lately, so I haven't been able to go.
Okay, personally, I have a pet peeve about people who go into public spaces like that and are live streaming, especially in a restaurant like that. Yes, I know she's not pointing the camera on the waitress or anything, but I still think it's like, why are you adding this extra layer on top of their job? Like, I don't think they came into work expecting to show up, at least on their voice and their service, onto someone's live stream. But she did say something that I have to give her props. Very smart, very inquisitive. She's writing that off. She's using that dinner tab as a tax write-off because she is technically working while she's there. That's some big brain stuff. I'll give that to her. But let's get to the real TikTok at hand here. You can see the caption. I'm gonna play it muted. I think there's copyright audio, but you can read the captions and you can just understand what's going on here. You can see the description on this.
Wait, I will read it for you guys. Don't worry.
You
I
can
gotcha.
just understand what's going on here. You can see
What I'm
the
about
description on this.
to do now.
I did a protection
And this is really important
spell for my lawsuit
that I do this.
versus Ethan Klein of the
I'm about
H3
to
podcast.
do a protection
Please
spell
send
on
your
myself
good energy.
against Ethan Klein.
Bro, what the heck?
Yes, she is trying to ward off
I'm
a
gonna be summoning protective energies
lawsuit. This is
to try
not an
to
issue of good vibes,
just
good
keep me safe during this
energy. This is the real world
time.
with real people.
Keep an eye on what salt she's using.
This is not an issue of good vibes, good energy. This is the real world.
That's literally the salt we're using.
What the heck? Aren't you supposed to use like a specific salt?
Yes. Yes.
Get out. Get out.
She's just sitting there pouring salt on poor Ant.
Yo, that's so much good salt she's wasting, bro.
With real people. And look at this. She's putting salt around herself. Like, this reminded me instantly of that episode of SpongeBob with the sea bear, where they're putting the circle around themselves, SpongeBob and Patrick, but it has to be a circle. Squidward did an oval, and he got attacked for that. But this is ridiculous. Like, are we in clown world? What is going on here? Like, Casey Tron will literally resort to witchcraft before taking accountability. Let that sink in, okay? And I hope there is a protection spell for what might
No
happen when you're
way.
practicing witchcraft. Looking at all this, her recent tweet about Jesus being a communist,
Yeah, Jesus was the first communist and the government crucified him for it. Something tells me she didn't stop smoking.
according to her, it's all starting to add up, okay? But anyways, here's some more of her, whatever she's doing. She's calling out members of the H3 podcast and slandering people, which is just great. Like here, she calls Dan Saltman Diddy Dan, basically saying, accusing him in a very kind of winded way of being a predator. And it's a very weird thing to say. Number one, there's no evidence to support any of that. It's just a wild claim about Dan Saltman. But, you know, Casey Tron, there is one person you know who actually has any sort of involvement with Diddy.
Don't say it. Hassan
Bro.
Pixar didn't happen. I've never seen weed do something like that to people. I'm starting to think it's not just weed.
Yeah, I don't think it's just weed. It has to
Allegedly.
be something laced.
Allegedly.
Allegedly laced. Allegedly.
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 That's Hassan Piker, who has made tweets talking about how he wants to bang the trickle down from Diddy's entourage. That was back in 2012.
Yeah, I would love to hang in Diddy's, whatever that word is,
Ciroc entourage.
and trickle down, bang anything thrown his way. Well, this aged poorly.
Yeah, that was back in 2012. Yep.
This aged very poorly.
Very.
But also, he is someone who openly admitted that he went to a Diddy party and then got caught lying about it years ago when he tried to deny that ever happened. But unfortunately, we have the clip of him proudly sharing that he was
I swear to God, Hassan Pixar didn't happen. It happened, it didn't happen, it happened, didn't happen. Needs to calm the hell down. Like, he's been a content creator long enough to understand that whatever he says online will be clipped and archived.
at a Diddy party.
Wait, Hassan aged poorly, allegedly. Shut up.
Are you denying?
Yeah. Sorry. Just, it's that laugh, that damn laugh.
Going to a Diddy party? Of course I'm denying. This didn't happen. What are you talking about? Think.
Can't. There's no way.
Bro, the way he laughs.
Yeah. Something about it gets on my damn nerve.
It's like he's fake laughing.
I'll give it away.
Walked into this like back like sphere Epcot looking thing in the back of like the house that P. Diddy was renting for his and was throwing after parties at Coachella, and they were playing like these crazy things for people who are high. Not me, of course. I had only eaten portobello mushrooms, and one of
Of course.
Of course.
Oh my god. Can he be more of a pretentious douche if he tried? I don't think it's even possible.
the images that they were playing was like this little girl, this like supposedly attractive
Not the spot. Oh my god, I pushed it out of my memory. I'm gonna rewind it for you guys. He's about to say, oh, he's stupid. Oh my god. Okay.
that they were playing was like this little girl, this like supposedly attractive, very young girl, like opening up a Christmas gift.
What?
Who describes a child this way? This little girl, supposedly attractive.
Bro, you can't make this up.
Next thing he'll say is EDP just wanted the cupcake.
Yeah, I think you get it with Casey Tron. Absolutely ridiculous. Literally resorting to witchcraft before taking any accountability. Like, is this going to be your legal defense? You're going to try to cast good vibes on the court or something? Like, I don't know. This whole thing is ridiculous. But let's move on to the next subject of the copyright infringement lawsuits, and that is, of course, Denims TV. Now, I have to say, I think Denims is doing the best right now. Out of all three, she's doing the best. It's not great. In fact, it's not good at all. But it's something. She's doing the route that I can almost low-key respect in a sort of way. I just, I'm glad she's not trying to pretend here. She's just going mask off and basically saying, I'm going to throw anyone I can under the bus to save myself. Okay, she's in it for her. And that's,
Shocked. I am so shocked that she's doing that.
You know what? I guess in a weird way you have to have a little respect for it, but none of this is really working out again. Her GoFundMe is sitting around the same mark
Damn.
it was about a week ago, the last time we checked in, at 39,000 out of 100,000. Again, the wheels have completely fallen off, but there's a lot of interesting developments involving Denims in particular. And she has legal counsel. In fact, it appears at least one of the attorneys she's working with is also working with Casey Tron. But ironically enough, it appears that Frogan has no representation, which we'll talk about here in just a second. But this is what a lot of people are talking about. This was discussed.
Denims and Eden's lawyer both seemed to be in agreement that unmasking the H3 snark mods is warranted and should be expedited. I 100% agree. Like the snark Reddit for H3, they were saying some horrible things and admitting to some horrible stuff. I only recently found out that snark Reddits exist, and the more I dug through like the absolute scum of a hole of snark Reddits, it's disgusting. It leads to people dying, it leads to people self-harming, and people are openly bragging that they're pushing people to do that.
Discussed on the
that-
H3 Productions subreddit, where during the request for discovery, there was a subpoena that was going to go out to various Reddit and Discord mods related to this lawsuit. And what's really interesting here is in this discovery request, not only did Denims representation not exercise their right to say no to this, they agreed and said this is warranted, and they wanted to expedite the process, meaning they want to make it move as fast as possible. Meaning, during this discovery phase, they're going to find a lot of the personal information and communications of these Reddit mods and these Discord mods.
And I don't feel
and it's
bad
going
at
to go
all.
deep. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the scope of this lawsuit, this is going to go real deep. Those people on the H3 Snark subreddit, these Discord mods and the related communities of this lawsuit, they better be sweating right now. This is not looking good. This is not what you want to be a part of. This discovery process is going to go real deep. And the fact that Denims and her representation agreed to this and wanted to expedite the process, they're just saying, hey, take care of those people. Get some of the heat off of us. Go after those mods of those various platforms. Go after them. And this was something discussed by Legal Mindset. Let's get a little
So she's basically is trying to throw anything and everyone under the bus just so she doesn't get as harshly punished. But the reality is, her doing that, the audience she did have was in support of that snark credit, so she's gonna lose those people too. Good job, small brain.
Legal oomph to this because, of course, he's an actual attorney. And here's what he had to say about what Denims and a representation was doing in this situation.
So Denims, their counsel had the ability to object to this. They had the ability to fight back against this. They made a decision. They elected to say, we are not going to raise any defense on behalf of the Reddit or Discord mods. We're not going to defend them in any way. We're not going to push back against this. We're not going to say, hey, let's wait till after we do this conference, which is when we would normally have discovery. Normally discovery would happen later on, right? No. Let's let them get all of their personal identifying information. Let's let them make this happen now. And I think this may be surprising to a lot in that camp, in the Denims camp or in the mod camp or et cetera, whatever that is, who thought they were going to be this one big team fighting against the evil villain, Ethan Klein. That's not how it's working. How this is going to look is more like a sinking ship. It's more like a ship that just took a full broadside from the USS Ethan Klein. It's taking on water. It's going down.
So basically, that whole quote unquote community, well, not community, like a circle, is literally crabs just trying to drag each other down.
Oh yeah.
And they are fighting over the one leaky lifeboat off of the ship. Not to mention that leaky lifeboat is likely going to be captured by Ethan Klein in the end.
Okay, so now we're moving on to the final subject of this video, the third party of these copyright infringement lawsuits, Frogan, the Froganator, the two-time Twitch rising star. I gotta admit, I'm disappointed in Frogan. Yeah, I'll say it. You know, for a while, I thought she was the one doing the least bit correct. Like, she wasn't doing anything amazing.
Yeah, she went like on the down low, was taking care of her stuff. Is she backed to her own like old shenanigans of being a dumbass?
But she wasn't doing anything, which I think is something. Okay, bear with me there. We're going in circles, but what I mean is she really wasn't responding to anything. She wasn't talking about the lawsuits. All she did was announce her GoFundMe and then just pretty much ignore everything going on, right? Which is a smart move. It seemed like something her attorneys were telling her. Well, it turns out her kind of ignoring things and not talking about it publicly was just a symptom of her burying her head in the sand.
Oh.
That's pretty much it. That's what's happening with Frogan right now, and it's very obvious. She wants to bury her head in the sand and act like this isn't happening. That is not good, ladies.
That's not how it works. You just hiding and being hush hush quiet doesn't mean he'll just randomly forget about you.
Nope, that's not how it works, buddy.
Like
You
the
messed
ship
up.
has sailed.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is not going to work. This is the real world. You can't put spells like Frogan's doing. You can't perform witchcraft to try to like manifest this away. No, this is real life. It's happening. Ethan has the means and has the pettiness. He is not giving up on this. I think everyone knows this. The subjects of this lawsuit are going to settle or they're going to ultimately go to court. Okay, this is really bad. You can't just pretend like this isn't happening. And there's something very interesting going on here. Number one, like I said, it appears she doesn't have an attorney. And if she can't afford it, there's two reasons for this. Either she can't afford it, or, again, she's burying her head in the sand and acting like, well, this isn't happening, I won't acknowledge it, and getting a lawyer is acknowledging it, whatever. But her defense fund, her GoFundMe, is woeful. It's terrible.
Basically, I'm gonna laugh really hard if Ethan does to her what Nintendo did to its quote-unquote fans, where after the lawsuit, she would just have to like pay him monthly fees.
She's got $35,000 raised in over a month, and unfortunately for her, she made her goal $200,000. And if she doesn't reach that $200,000, everyone gets refunded. She loses all the money. It's not like she gets to keep whatever she got. No, it's all gone. That's how GoFundMes work. So, if she can't afford an attorney now, she's never going to, because yeah, this is a very bleak situation. The only way these people are getting their GoFundMes completed in the next two or 3 years is if someone just pays it all off, right? Some oiler comes in and just pays off everything. But
speaking of Oilers, where is their Papa Hassan? Why is he not helping him with these financial struggles? With helping to get them a lawyer and stuff like that. Is he not going to be able to afford new Gucci glasses or something if he helps them?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think that's going to happen? I don't think so. But some more evidence of her kind of burying her head in the sand here is from another attorney named Tony, who you can see his channel here. He's made a million videos talking about these sets of copyright infringement lawsuits, and he's made a lot of very interesting observations. The other day, about a week ago, he talked about the process, process being served here, and the service processor made multiple attempts, I believe 4 attempts, to serve Frogan, and every single one was unsuccessful. And I think there's some valid criticism, as this attorney raises as well, where you can see the times, right? 2:30 a.m., kind of a weird time to serve someone. Like, the chances of them actually responding is pretty low, when it's already probably low, because I think Frogan's just ducking all of this. And also, like, wouldn't it be so easy to just be like, oh, she's live, okay, I'll go knock on her door, if they really do know where she is. And it seems like someone who's charging, I believe, $2,500 for serving her, or attempting to, and someone who does this as a living, I'm pretty sure they have the right place. So why wouldn't you just see, because she announces when she goes live, like, wouldn't you serve her then? Wouldn't that make sense? But that's not what they did, and they were unsuccessful at getting this done. And that leaves kind of an interesting...
So she's literally just dodging being served. Wow, okay.
...direction here, where now there is substituted service, as we'll see discussed here in just a moment, where basically you go to the judge and you're saying, well, I tried to serve this individual. It was unsuccessful. They're either ducking us, or we just weren't successful in finding them at their place, their address, and we instead left papers there. And now it's really up to the judge what happens next. And Tony discusses this, and we'll see a clip in just a second, where a lot of power is in the judge's hands right now. If they accept this form of process, he or she can do a lot of things, including, if of course they demand that Frogan responds in a tangible way, and she doesn't, she could be held in contempt of court and serve jail time. And
I think this is like the worst time she could have picked to be on ostrich. Like, just pretending like it's not happening is not gonna save your booty. You wishing that it's not happening is not gonna save your booty. You manifesting that it's not happening, it's not gonna save you either. You done the crime, you suck it up. You said so many disgusting, heinous shit. Now time to put the big girl pants on and man up. This is so pathetic.
And also on top of that, if she continues burying her head in the sand and ignoring all this and trying to pretend like it'll all just go away if she ignores it, she risks a summary judgment for Ethan Klein, which means he would automatically win. That would be really bad.
Surprise, surprise. Pretending like it's not happening, it's not gonna save you. Crazy. Who would have thought that, right?
Who would have thunk?
But let's listen to this clip real fast.
So the party will normally notify the court. The court at this point has already been notified of the substitute service and the fact that the court will read these documents and realize that Frogan is trying to escape being served. And the court may issue an order to show cause or a motion to compel. The next step could be the judge issues a contempt order. So if you still don't respond, so now it's not just Ethan saying, hey, respond. It's the court stepping in saying, you got to respond to me, regardless of you responding to Ethan, because I believe substitute service has been applied, has been successfully completed. So in that case, then the judge will issue a contempt order, and this can involve fines or even jail time to force your compliance. So they can actually get a warrant for you to put you in jail. So again, this is a very extreme example. Typically, people will actually just show up once the judge says they need to show up. Important, you wouldn't go to jail for just ignoring the lawsuit, you can go to jail for defying a court when a judge formally tells you to comply. So the next step is to see if the judge wants her to comply.
Okay, what are the chances of any judge in the US being on her side the second they see all those clips of her where she was saying stuff like US deserved 9/11, when she was recreating the Twin Towers with a plane crashing with cake? What are the odds of any judge having her back?
None.
I gotta be real, guys. It's not looking great. Okay, obviously I don't have the highest view of these three individuals, but you know, I
These people who literally grow on a basis of shitting on the country that they live in and saying some of the most horrific stuff I've heard. How people deserve PTSD, how people deserve to not be alive, how people deserve all these horrible things coming their way, but yet they're still living in the country that they despise that much. It never made sense to me. I just don't understand the logic. If you hate it that much, move to the country that you're praising that much. Oh, wait, they have way more restrictions than you have here. Why the hell do you keep on shitting?
I don't think it's gonna work out for them. Or at least it's not gonna work out well. At best, as it's been suggested over and over again by people like Legal Mindset, they should have settled.
When Diego says, I really hope she loses so she can finally go on a diet. Bro.
Yo.
Also, I don't think I've ever seen a clip of her where she's not eating. I'm gonna be honest.
Is she like permanently eating? Like she's like numbing the entire stream?
At least it's the clips I've seen.
As soon as possible. Maybe some of them are. I mean, I guess without attorney, Frogan is unlikely to settle anytime soon, but we may see Denims or Casey Tron do that, like at least be smart enough to do that. I don't know. That's their best shot here, but everything is working against these three. And does anyone feel sorry for them? Not really. They kicked the bear, so to speak, and Ethan Klein is relentless. You know, you can like the guy, don't like the guy, whatever you think about the guy. You can agree he's relentless and he's petty and a man with means, and he is pushing this as hard as he can, and it's gonna be pretty crazy how this turns out.
Like, I'm not a fan of Ethan Klein. I only watched the Frenemies arc of his career, but I think he's 100% justified and valid in what he's doing. They genuinely deserve to be sued. He's not running up on them. He's not harassing them. He's not bad-mouthing them. He's not doing any of that stuff. All he's doing is legally pressing charges on them for things they did.
Yeah. Fly high. Check it.
Spread my wings high, reach the sky. Feathers in the wind, never asking why. I'm a bird, motherfucker, I'm a bird. Soaring high, yeah, that's the word. Flying free like you never heard.